Tiny Josh. He's nice. I love how I threw a pass to Kenny Stills. Kenny Stills fumbled, and then the one guy picked it up and took it for a 77-yard touchdown, and I didn't get the passing touchdown for it. Umbawale. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch,
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Game started, by the way.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Come on.
From the gun, here's Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Bro, I don't know how to switch it to your YouTube. It's already connected to mine.
The football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller.
Which side of the ball is he on?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Or just that one fumble?
The first down run got 5.
There was like
Here's 2nd and 5.
There was like 7 fumbles.
To throw is Rosen. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion.
What was I going to say? Someone had a great debut. Someone had like a pick 6 and something.
So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
What am I talking about?
Down, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
4th down, so the Texans dial up the number of their 2nd-year punter, Trevor Daniel. Christian Kirk deep to return it. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Yeah, fucking their quarterback threw the worst two-point conversion attempt ever.
Out on the field. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Way
a
on
gain of 6 there on first.
Tyler Murray.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball.
How long?
He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
6 weeks when he traded for Andrew Luck.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. Over the middle,
He
that's
caught that? Shut the fuck
They'll
up.
get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I would trade him factor.
In what? Number 3. Number 3.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Texans' 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws.
I didn't give him anything less than number Artie Burns
throw 4
told
interceptions
himself.
in a game and win. He's got to understand. Put it behind you. Keep pressing.
No, because I haven't touched it.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave
Because they haven't
him with a
gotten to
2nd
him.
and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That's caught. It's
No, he
DeAndre
didn't
Carter.
switch.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Always laugh when people say,
Thought
what's
he
the
would
toughest
switch,
route
try
to
to hit
defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen.
Bro, the second time that happened. Eddie Jackson's a dog.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
At the 36-yard line.
Tight dog. Quarter.
From the 36, Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
7-6, I missed the field goal.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. The Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Luck.
Oh!
This one caught by Ridley. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spins past him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Now a first down throw. Luck under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Christian Kirk got a shoulder tear.
In there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Players he traded for from Arizona are hurt.
Look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Oh, he's pissed.
Off of play action, Luck. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Luck. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by the first-rounder, Artie Burns. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking
Great
about
blocks,
do
guys.
you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Rosen on 1st down. That is caught at the 7.
That's not a touchdown? That's not a touchdown?
Houston. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans are in for 6.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and goal, Rosen. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Cohen, he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10.
Oh, what?
Throw right side, take it in.
Oh, shit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Falcons take over. Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
He's already quitting. It's the 2nd quarter. He just texted GG to the chat in the 2nd quarter.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. We're under 20 seconds
Keep
to go in the
ball.
half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise.
There it is. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just call it? Didn't I just call it?
Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White.
Devin White has 4 touchdowns in 5 games. 10 interceptions, 4 touchdowns in 5 games.
With a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get
you saw what he has on the board that says defense?
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Defense.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. He juked him. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen.
That's the first time White gets
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They try again with Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Blocked. And my goodness, another interception.
That's 2 interceptions in this game is White. You better not quit. He's taking luck out.
Devin White.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mike, 55. You. Hey, alert.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Whoa.
It really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack on 1st down, Rosen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No one attempted or made more field goals in Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
You're actually playing in a league that Yoda made? Wait, when is our league starting?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
Oh, my God. 3 fucking picks.
Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial.
That's not a pick?
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run
defensive pass
you need to break
interference?
off big
You
chunks.
fucking
We
with
just
me?
saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
All or nothing.
So many
Oh,
play
that's hard
callers in the
enough.
red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Rodney Merciless.
They're playing black and yellow for
the sack.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on first down. Now they take a sack on second down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
Here's Locke, escaping the pressure right.
Why?
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Your son's fine. Bring it with you.
Side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
You really want me to come? Because the first thing I'm going to do when I see you is punch you in the face.
I bet. It's fine. Then we can kiss and make out and drink them all down after.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just an extra point.
And you enjoyed every single one of them.
Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
You know what? I can't hear you because the TV is louder than your voice.
On first down, it's Rosen.
Oh, wow, he bumped me off my route. Well,
picked off by Kayvon Webster. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points.
He was talking to
And
me.
the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball.
And the pressure will get
What
to
the fuck was all
him.
that?
He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
That's how you have a moment.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
He said, text the dome, please boot Sean.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this will be incomplete.
He texted
Physical
Nick to
play on the
boot you.
football there, and it's 2nd down. We've not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force
One
an
another pick by White.
They've been very
Pick 6.
cohesive,
Come on.
knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Wait a minute, you know Aaron Rodgers' X Factor is he can't be picked off by a computer?
So tough to defend because
It's when the X Factor is
receiver
on.
can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
All right, baby.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for.
I swear to God, I'm going to stick you.
Because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out
Love me, please.
on this third quarter of play.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to break your fucking quarterback neck.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point. As the guys have a big lead.
No, not your Biscuit. No, your Bears isn't a problem to me.
Fucking finessed you last time we played you.
It's Mahomes and
Last
Tyreek.
run got a couple. Here's 2nd
Dude, you're
and 8.
afraid of them. You're mad.
They're the cheesiest players in this game, and you know that.
Yeah, no shit.
And now it's Rosen looking. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets
Let me start the ball real quick.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a terrific return.
Eddie Jackson has 3 interceptions
this
this game.
near the 20-yard line.
And it's not even because of Yoda. It's because
So
of
they get the
Eddie Jackson's
takeaway, but that's just
CPU.
step 1. They still have a lot of work
Bro,
to
like,
do.
I don't see him anywhere near the ball. I throw it, and he fucking ball hops like
They can take it away again.
Earl
Yeah,
Thomas.
still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
And come on.
After the interception, it's Love. Going for it all.
Ooh, Artie Burns, 3 interceptions.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hold on.
To throw is Rosen. He's going to fire one deep.
That's another interception for Eddie Jackson.
For the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it,
Damn.
and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And give him now 4
dogging him.
interceptions in this game.
Because every time he throws an interception, I get one. Every time I throw an interception, I get one.
Better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been
Eddie Jackson's making me a bitch.
I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And he'll lose yardage here.
33 to 10.
47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, echo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing a confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
A 1st carry now for Alex Collins. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On 2nd and goal, Luck. His pass caught at the 4. Oh, Cohen lost the
Ryan
football.
Shazier with the fumble 6. Oh, my God.
He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and this will be a touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Who do you actually think is going to get in the home field?
Up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball.
Oh, definitely. They're both going in the first round. And those are going to be terrible picks.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
He said sometimes Madden wants you to lose. Shut up.
Luck on
Said that
first
you?
down.
No, Yoda.
Right. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same
So
thing
you're going to choose the name, obviously, if you don't draft luck.
J.J.
Watt has 4 sacks.
J.J. Watt
GG.
in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the
number
year.
one
My
for
fucking
sack leader.
face of the franchise can't throw.
Why are you playing face of the franchise?
I thought it would be fun, but my guy cannot throw.
It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll
Wanted me to throw for 500
down.
yards, 5 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns the first game.
That's a defeated
I threw
team
2
right
touchdowns
there.
and 4
I think you see it
interceptions.
totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Yeah, that's not, if you lurk, it's easy. Like, if you bait, because they're going to see that that player's open and then you jump it, it's easy.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the run, watch the run.
On third down, a run with Cohen.
Ooh, Cohen
And they
is a
got it well
dog.
across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On first and 10, Locke. And finding the tight end Hooper. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run on second down with Cohen.
Do you imagine my front 7 is Roca made the trade and got me at Oliver?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire
No,
away
like
from
we
long
had the trade
distance.
done. He backed
They're
out of
spotted
it.
at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Everywhere you look.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
I cannot believe the stats Devin White is putting on
And
the
for
first
Charles
4
Davis
games of
and
the
our
season.
entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Josh Rosen got a skill upgrade and is going right to strong arm. Damn it, he didn't get +1 fucking pro power.
What you doing with that? Mr. Van Noy.
Bro, how do I make my players happy?
Okay. Let me finish this franchise game.
I did. Lamar Miller scored. Like, it doesn't tell me what I have to do for him to be happy with it, though.
You cannot make anybody happy. You do not sexually please your wife.
Since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Switch.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Watch the slats. Young lady. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
3rd and 2, Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
He's coming, double up. Check that. Topper.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they... double it and get 10 here.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Slam.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Darnold flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Bellamy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys...
There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Jets take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Darnold looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Anunwa again the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready? Oh, lady. Watch motion. Watch motion. 53 is the mic. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here goes Hunt. 53 is the mic. Time to go, night. Switch. Yo, lady.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, Runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We will have 2 weeks in the books once this one wraps up. More football coming your way, though, Thursday night. We start week 3 with a good one in the AFC South. Titans and Jags from Jacksonville. Kickoff for that one, 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 on Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Darnold from the gun. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first down throw, Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi, his second sack of the night. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the...
It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mayfield with it once more. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Throwing, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Seibert's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This one fielded at the 5. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Darnold. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. 11 yards there, 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Darnold. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now it's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go!
Again, Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. 3rd down here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what if...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and now it's 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Darnold. Being chased out left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, son. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Who that? Who that? The lady.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Eluding the pressure. Darnold, he lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On the run, this is Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
180. Regular.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Anunwa, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to throw, Darnold. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Check, watch 54. Run. I got it.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
180.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls, and he's into the clear. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Browns add on to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra...
The play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Real. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even got it. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Hey.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.